Today, we will delve into Microsoft's third quarter earnings, which is equivalent to 2024 Q1 according to the company's fiscal year schedule. CEO Satya Nadella started the conference call by highlighting 10 product and service offerings, where AI sits at the center. Let's briefly go over them one by one. First, regarding the cloud infrastructure, Azure continues to gain market share as organizations migrate their IT workloads to cloud. One of the reasons behind Azure's success is the fact that Microsoft is the exclusive cloud provider of the Oracle's database service, simplifying the migration of on-premise Oracle databases to Azure and benefiting customers like PepsiCo and Vodafone. Also, Microsoft boasts a comprehensive global infrastructure with more than 60 data center regions and AI services more widely deployed than any of Azure's competitors. H100 virtual machines were introduced, which provides access to various AI models, including those from OpenAI, Meta, and Hugging Face, for building custom AI applications. For instance, Azure OpenAI service is used by over 18,000 organizations, including new customers. Second, moving on to data, in the era of AI-driven assistants, i.e. copilots, organizations are seeking to streamline their data management. For example, a significant 73% of Fortune 1000 companies currently use 3 or more of Microsoft's data solutions. Also, Microsoft Fabric unifies computing, storage, and governance into a comprehensive analytical solution, offering an all-inclusive business model. Over 16,000 customers are actively using Fabric, including more than half of the Fortune 500 companies. Regarding developers, GitHub Copilot has increased developer productivity by up to 55%, with over 1 million paid users and 37,000 business subscribers, which is up 40% quarter over quarter. And GitHub Copilot is attracting significant traction outside of the US as well. In fact, the number of developers using GitHub has quadrupled since Microsoft's acquisition 5 years ago. Power Apps remain a market leader in low-code or no-code development, boasting 20 million monthly active users, a 40% year-over-year increase. Fourth is Business Apps. They are utilizing AI to transform business applications, aiming to become a Copilot-led layer for business process enhancement, even on existing CRM systems like Salesforce. In addition, Copilot is being integrated into Dynamics 365 to offer suggested actions, content ideas, and faster access to critical business data. As a result, Dynamics 365 marked its 10th consecutive quarter of market share gain. Moving on to cross-industry clouds, Microsoft's Dragon Ambient Experience, or DAX, helps clinicians document patient interactions at the point of care. For instance, DAX Copilot uses generative AI to draft clinical notes very quickly, increasing physician productivity and reducing burnout. Thanks to the AI application, Atrium Health reported that DAX Copilot saved its physicians up to 40 minutes per day in documentation time. Also, Microsoft Fabric now provides healthcare data solutions for secure and compliant health data unification, benefiting providers like Northwestern Medicine and Sing Health. 6. On future of work, Microsoft Copilot is an AI assistant used to enhance creativity in Word, analysis in Excel, expressiveness in PowerPoint, productivity in Outlook, and collaboration in Teams. Copilot is becoming generally available for enterprise customers, and already tens of thousands of employees at various organizations, including 40% of Fortune 100 companies, have used Copilot during the early access program. The new version of Teams is faster, uses 50% less memory, and offers seamless cross-tenant communication and collaboration. And the app now has over 320 million active users. Teams Rooms have seen 9 consecutive quarters of triple-digit revenue growth, and over 10,000 paid customers now use Teams Premium. Seventh, regarding Windows, PC market unit volumes were at roughly pre-pandemic levels. Windows 11 received a significant update with 150 new features, including AI-powered enhancements in apps like Clipchamp, Paint, and Photos. Copilot was also introduced in Windows to offer context-aware assistance based on web activity and PC usage. As for the LinkedIn segment, using AI, they are transforming the experiences for its 985 million members, which has been consistently accelerating for the past 2 years. The company introduced AI-assisted messages for recruiters, which has saved 3/4 of their time. and there's been an 80% increase in members taking AI-related learning courses. Microsoft's platform has record engagement and knowledge sharing, with over 450 million newsletter subscriptions globally, which is up 3 times year-over-year, a 55% year-over-year increase in premium subscription signups, and a 5th consecutive quarters of growth in the hiring business. About search, advertising, and news, Bing users have engaged in 1.9 billion chats, and Microsoft Edge has gained market share for 10 consecutive quarters. The introduction of more personalized answers and support for DALL-E 3 in search provides more relevant answers and the creation of realistic images, with over 1.8 images created to date. Also, they are expanding Bing to Meta's AI chat experiences, providing up-to-date answers and real-time search information. And now, on its last offering, gaming. They recently completed the acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. The acquisition added depth to Microsoft's content portfolio, with $13 billion franchises including Candy Crush, Diablo, Halo, Warcraft, and Gears of War. And the Game Pass, Microsoft's gaming subscription service, set a record hours played per subscriber this quarter. On a closing note, the CEO announced that the upcoming Ignite conference, in just a few weeks, will showcase over 100 new products and capabilities, including AI innovations, and encourages people to tune in for the latest updates. Now, let's take a look at the company's financials. Total revenue for the quarter was $56.5 billion, up 12% in constant currency year-over-year. Microsoft breaks revenue down in 3 ways. First, the productivity and business process segment was $18.6 billion, up 13% year-over-year. It is also worth noting that Microsoft 365 consumer subscribers grew to 76.7 million, which is up 11.6 million from just a year ago. Next, the Intelligent Cloud segment generated $24.3 billion, up 19% year-over-year, and More Personal Comp generated $13.7 billion, which is up 3% year-over-year. If we divide the revenue by geography, the US generated just a little more than half, with $28.8 billion, up 11% year-over-year, and other countries' revenue was $27.7 billion, which is up 13% year-over-year. Operating expenses totaled $26.9 billion, up 25% year-over-year, and R&D expenses was $6.7 billion, up very slightly from last year, and now takes up 12% of the total revenue. Moving on to the operating income, all segments showed year-over-year increase in the profit, resulting in a total EBIT of $26.9 billion, up 25% year-over-year. Specifically, the productivity and business process generated $10 billion of operating income, which is up 20% YOY. The Intelligent Cloud generated $11.8 billion, up 31%, and the last, More Personal Computing segment generated $5.2 billion, which is up 23% year-over-year. Capital expenditures, including finance leases, were $11.2 billion to support cloud demand, including investments to scale its AI infrastructure. Cash flow from operations was $30.6 billion, up 32% year-over-year, driven by strong cloud billings and collections. Also, free cash flow was $20.7 billion, up 22% year-over-year. Moving on, we organized the most helpful parts of the Q&A into 2 categories. First, beginning with the growth investment parts. When asked about sustainability of commercial growth, the CEO mentioned that they are in early innings and the following Azure's 4 growth factors will drive the growth forward. First, cloud migration, especially after Oracle database became available on Azure. Second, optimization of workloads. Third, AI-related workloads driving cloud usage beyond AI meters. And lastly, new products going through the enterprise adoption cycle demonstrate productivity benefits that give them and their customers high confidence. Regarding Copilot's integration into the office, Mr. Nadella outlined that nearly 40% of the Fortune 100 companies are already using Copilots in the preview with very positive feedback. For instance, most users are enthusiastic about the tool's versatility across various office applications such as Word and Excel. Also, Copilot has broad usage across different business functions, resulting in productivity gains similar to what was seen with the GitHub Copilot for developers. Regarding this, Microsoft will provide more information and guidance on use cases and value at their Ignite conference. When asked about the impact of full-stack approach to Copilot architecture on company financials, the CEO asserted that its full-stack approach in AI development is consistent across ChatGPT, Bing Chat, and all copilots sharing the same model. This approach leverages one large model from training to inferencing, benefiting internal utilization and third-party usage at the same time. And these advantages extend to stack optimization even at the silicon level due to a higher level of abstraction layer. Not only that, but the flexible infrastructure allows Microsoft to adapt to various utilization methods and convert usage into revenue effectively. Moving on, the second Q&A part relates to the company's profit margins. When asked if investors should expect a return to more aggressive investment cycle in the near future, the CEO claimed that even with the addition of Activision Blizzard and its purchase price accounting impacts, the company is confident in delivering consistent, high operating margins. This is due to improvements in Azure and Microsoft 365 gross margins, along with the pace at which they are generating AI-related revenues. Operating expenses will be committed to their priorities, focusing on commercial cloud leadership and AI initiatives to achieve better execution and operating leverage. About the company gross margin over the medium term, first, the core business like Azure, Office, Microsoft 365, and Dynamics are consistently delivering gross margin improvements year over year. That management emphasized the importance of having a consistent infrastructure from the platform to the layers above, which allows for an efficient capital allocation. Also, there are several factors contributing to the strong performance in the Intelligent Cloud segment's operating margins. First, Azure's revenue growth and stability have provided a healthy operating leverage. Second, the core Azure business consistently worked on improving gross margins through both technical and decision software implementations. In the last section, we summarized 3 news articles that Microsoft shareholders should know of. First, Microsoft now owns Activision Blizzard, and this makes Microsoft one of the top 3 game publishers globally, alongside Tencent and Sony. Microsoft plans on bringing Activision, Blizzard, and King games to Xbox Game Pass and other platforms. Overall, the acquisition will impact the entire gaming ecosystem, including PCs, consoles, and streaming, as well as change the flow of money and customer-related information in the industry. Since the deal closed in mid-October, we will probably reflect this segment into our financial model in the next quarter, when we have more specific numbers. Second, although the management spent a lot of time talking about high growth and new products in their conference call, Microsoft also shut down underperforming businesses quietly. For example, the company shut down Project Aerism, a homegrown AI project based on Azure that aimed to provide drone simulations and was tied to industrial metaverse. Also, the company recently gave up on the Windows Phone, and Mr. Nadella admitted the company's mistake in the mobile phone business. These struggles date back to the acquisition of Nokia's phone business in 2014, which resulted in $7.6 billion write-off. Lastly, although both Google and Microsoft released their earnings at the same day, there were completely different reactions from the market. To summarize market's thinking, Microsoft is reportedly gaining an advantage over Google's cloud business due to its early investments in generative AI and its focus on serving big enterprise clients. So Microsoft's stock price increased about 3 to 5%, depending on how you look at it, while Google's stock price fell dramatically by about 10%. However, some analysts anticipated that AI will drive Google's growth in the long term with the expected rollout of Gemini. Thanks for watching today. In the next video, we will take a close look at what Google presented in its Q3 earnings call, and this will allow us to make our own independent decision about the firm and the AI competition. Thanks guys.